Tesla rivals sell their cars 50% cheaper and still they choose Teslas. You see, most of the people, when they buy Tesla, the previous car that they had was a non-luxury car. Most of the buyers are coming from Toyotas and Hondas. Average non-luxury price in the US for a new car is $43,144, but the average selling price of a Tesla vehicle in the United States is about $66,000. People are switching from a Toyotas, Hondas, and Fords, and Chevys, and Subarus, and many others, and many pay a hefty premium to get into a Tesla, which for Model Y right now, the cheapest model that you can get is $66,000. Sawyer here is saying, speaking to this, my own mom sold her 10-year-old Honda CR-V and got a Model Y earlier this year. And in this case, I mean, Honda CR-V, if you go into a Model Y from this, you're paying not just 50% more, you're paying about double. This is, wow. So people are going from this car to a Model Y like this one. Certainly a nice change. This color especially looks pretty nice, although it's very shiny. I also personally know someone who was considering buying either this Nissan Kicks for about $20,000, which is literally one of the cheapest cars that you can buy. It's not a bad car, but it's an economical decision. And then that person went ahead and actually bought a Tesla Model 3 for $46 or something thousand. I mean, that's a big difference. That's more than double. Of course, the reasons are many. One of them is, I mean, Tesla cars. You get in one, it's perhaps the most fun you will have with your clothes on. And I mean, they are not slow cars, even for the cheapest model, and because the acceleration is instant. Whoa, I mean, you try that Nissan, it will take you 10 seconds to just get to that 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour, while in a Tesla, you do that in less than 6 seconds. And also, the most important thing is when you press on the accelerator pedal, you actually start going faster immediately instead of 3 seconds later. Also, not to mention that a Model 3 is probably going to last quite a bit longer. I mean, unless you drive every single day and supercharge the battery, is probably going to last you a long time, especially if you buy the standard range with LFP batteries, which are supposed to last something like, what, a million miles? So over 1.5 million kilometers. That is absolutely ridiculous. When an average car lasts how long? Something like 300,000 kilometers. So the Model 3 is going to last you a lot longer, a lot less maintenance, and also a lot less fuel costs, especially if you charge at home, and especially if you have a better electricity rate at night. I mean, all of a sudden, if you keep the car for 15, 20 years, this decision actually makes economical sense if you buy the cheaper version that Tesla offers. And you don't need to worry about the oil changes and all of that. It just works. And then on top of that, you definitely don't need to worry about things like updating your maps manually. Can you believe that? Updating maps manually? You know, in our Mercedes, we never use the maps. It's such a hassle. Every time I get in the Tesla, I just use Tesla Maps. It's just easy, simple. You just type in whatever you want, and it works every time. It's faster than to open my Google Maps on my phone. I can't wait to get rid of our Mercedes. It's a lease, so but the Tesla we actually bought. So at first you look at this and think, why would people spend 50% more and buy a Tesla? When you really think about it rationally and logically, I mean, why would they do it? And then you start looking at it and it's like, yep, it makes sense. And also, when you try a Tesla, buying a car, it becomes a little bit more of an emotional decision. I mean, it's like, remember when you used GPS for the first time? And then you didn't want to go back to just paper maps? I think a lot of people feel a little bit similar when they try a Tesla. It's like, why would you want to go back to that? And then if you look at the luxury segment, Tesla controls 86% of the EV market. The next closest competitors were Audi at 3%, Rivian at 2%, and Polestar at 2%. I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous what we have going on here with Tesla. The US registration share in EV market for Tesla is still at 65%. I mean, can't these automakers see that EVs are the future? How come they're not putting absolutely everything they have into this future? How can you not see this coming? And remember, Tesla has not even produced the cheap economic car yet. They will. That will happen. So what do you think is going to be happening then? If right now most of the sales, the number one brand that most people are leaving to come to Tesla is Toyota, what do you think is going to happen when Tesla has a compelling 30,000 or 25,000 or eventually, it's going to happen $20,000 car? At this point, Toyota, Honda, and other automakers may look at this chart and realize, so Tesla is going to come out with that cheap car. We might just give up completely. And that is one reason why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. So what other reasons are there? Why are they leaving these brands? A couple of factors attributed to why customers left certain brands more than others. First of all, a lack of electric options had an apparent effect on results. Make EVs. We can see that Ford and Chevy, they did not have that many people leaving to Tesla. One reason is because they just don't sell that many cars. But second reason is Ford has the Mach-E and Chevy has the car that, catches fire, that they recalled and they stopped making for a while because it caught fire. Then the article talks about another surprising result was regarding overall market share. Tesla controls 65% of the electric vehicle market in the United States, but that has shrunk from 79% in 2020. This is normal. I mean, do you want Tesla to be charged for monopolistic practices? I would not. So I don't think we want to just completely take over the market when our competitors are trying to enter. We don't want that. But the thing that matters the most is that Tesla keeps growing at about 50%. If there are others that come into the market, that is welcome. We want Tesla to keep growing at 50%, which Elon Musk, he believes Tesla will keep growing like that for many years, it would appear to me. While researchers pointed out that the simple growth of the EV market and the growing number of consumer options have contributed to this, another notable segment where Tesla has lost its footing is affordable electric vehicles. Okay. First of all, you cannot lose footing in something where you have not entered. Tesla is not selling economy cars. Tesla is not selling affordable cars. Not yet. So it's not fair to say that Tesla is losing footing when it comes to affordable electric vehicles. They never made any. But you know that they will soon, and that's going to change. We will see how to see. The research shows that Tesla continues to dominate the US market, and brands should take note of a rapidly growing disparity between the brands with and without electric vehicle offerings. As S&P Global Mobility indicates in its conclusion, the growing market for electric vehicles will quickly determine the successful and unsuccessful automotive brands. Only time will tell if legacy brands will take notice. I think time has already told us. Where is the EV Toyota that does not have its wheels falling off? I mean, come on, it took you months to fix that recall. Why? You have been making cars for decades. You're like the #1 manufacturer of cars with wheels. So what was so difficult about keeping those wheels on? This took way too long. You know there's something shady going on. You know that they specifically just don't want to go into EVs. Why else would this have taken so long to fix? It's simply not a priority. Correction here. Time has already told us. And that's just one of the reasons why I own Tesla stock. You will find 47 right here. My name is Matt Postis. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you in the next video right here. Thank you so much for watching.